Welcome back everyone. This is Vipin from Learning Reel. If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and do it now so that you can get all the latest updates. All right, let's discuss about data types in Python. Here we will learn about various data types in Python. So we'll start now. As I said, this video brings you a variety of data types used in Python. But before that, let's understand what a data type means. So in computer programming, a data type or simply type is an attribute of a data, which tells the compiler or interpreter how the programmer intends to use the data. This data type defines the operations that can be done on the data, the meaning of the data, and the ways values of that type can be stored. I'll now discuss about the most important data types. Do not worry if you don't understand in the first go. You will learn in details about these in the upcoming video sessions. This is just a glance of various data types and gives you a context or an introduction to the next set of videos. So here we go. In programming, data type is an important concept, as I said earlier. Variables can store of different types and different types can do different things. More to come on variables in the next set of videos, so do not worry. Now, Python has above data types, which you see on the screen, built in by default. We'll talk more about those important ones now. Gradually cover all of these during the course. All right. So first in the list is Python numbers. Integers, floating point, and complex numbers fall under Python numbers category. They're defined as int, float, and complex classes in Python. For example, int like 5, 25, 0 is a whole number, positive or negative without decimals or unlimited length. Float is like 2.5, 0.8, etc. is a number, positive or negative, containing one or more decimals. The last on the list is complex, like 1j, 5j, etc. Numbers are written with a j as the imaginary part. I will also talk about arithmetic operation and modulus operator during the lab session lined up for you. You can convert from one type to another with int function, float function, and complex function or methods, which you see on the last line on the screen. We'll talk more about it in the later sessions. Moving on, Python strings. String is a sequence of Unicode characters we can use with single quotes or double quotes to represent strings. For example, in double quotes, there's a string, and another example in a single quote. And then you see something different in the last two examples, which is a /n and an apostrophe in between the double quotes, right? So we'll talk all of these definitely. We'll also talk about positional values of the string characters when doing the lab. Moreover, I will talk about the escape sequence, which is /n, what you see over here, and the significance of the last example with, how do we do, different types of codes being part of the string itself during the hands-on session coming up. So stay tuned. So let's talk about a little bit about Python collectors, or nothing but arrays in programming language, right? There are 4 collection data types in Python programming language. Number 1 is list. It's a collection which is ordered and changeable, allows duplicate members. Tuple is a collection which is ordered and unchangeable, allows duplicate members. Set is a collection which is unordered and unindexed, no duplicate members. And the last one on the list is dictionary. is a collection which is unordered, changeable, and indexed, no duplicate members. So let's take the first one here, which is list. So as I said, list is an ordered sequence of items. It is one of the most used data type in Python and is very flexible. All the items in a list do not need to be of the same type. Items separated by commas or enclosed within brackets. So here you can see some of the example. In a square bracket, you can see number 1, comma 2.5, and in a single quote, welcome, 50, 45, and 40 in another example. The last line, what you see over here is around the slicing operator, right? So you can access the list items by referring to the index number. And the slicing operator comes very important factor, which we will learn when it comes to how do we extract the information within a list using the slicing operator. All right, so when data objects are stored in an array, individual objects are selected by an index that is usually a non-negative scalar integer. Indexes are also called subscripts in some languages, and index maps the array value to a stored object. So don't worry about it. We'll learn more about indexing. How do we retrieve the information back from the collections, arrays, and so on as we learn more into the programming. Now next is on the list is Python tuple or tuple. I prefer to use tuple. You know, this is an ordered sequence of items, same as list. The only difference is that tuples are immutable. Tuples once created cannot be changed. That's the meaning of immutable, right? Tuples are used to write or protect data and are usually faster than lists as they cannot change dynamically, right? Something cannot be changed. It is defined within the parenthesis, wherein items are separated by comma. You can see the example here, 5, comma, computer in single quotes, and then 15 in a parenthesis. You can access tuple items by referring to the index number. Again, the word index is keep coming up, right? So we'll learn about it. Inside the square brackets, here you can use the negative indexing, means beginning from the end. -1 refers to the last item, -2 refers to the second last item, and so on, right? Next on the list is Python set. Set is an unordered collection of unique items. Set is defined by values separated by comma inside curly braces. Items in a set are not ordered. Example, you can see in a curly braces, 1, 2, 3, and 4 with comma separation. You can perform set operations like union, intersection on two sets. Sets have unique values, they eliminate duplicates, right? Since sets are unordered collection, indexing has no meaning in it, such that you cannot access items in a set by referring to an index. Since sets are unordered, the items has no index. But you can do, or you can loop through the set items using a for loop, or ask if a specified value is present in a set by using a keyword, right? So we'll learn about for loop as well in the subsequent sessions. Just an introduction for you. The second last one on this list of collection arrays is Python dictionary. Dictionary is an unordered collection of key value pairs. So the uniqueness here is key value pairs. It is generally used when we have a huge amount of data. Dictionaries are optimized for retrieving data. We must know the key to retrieve the value, not the other way around, right? In Python, dictionaries are defined within the curly braces, with each item being a pair in the form of a key, colon, value. Key and value can be of any type. For example, here brand is a Ford, model of the car is Mustang, and year is 1964. Yeah. The last on the list is Python boolean. Boolean represent one of two values, either true or false. In programming, you often need to know if an expression is true or false. You can evaluate any expression in Python and get one of the two answers, true or false. When you compare two values, the expression is evaluated and Python returns the Boolean answer. So for example, if you see the comparisons, 3 is lesser than 5, or x is less than 5, x is less than y, age is less than 16 or greater than 16, and so on, right? These are the examples. A Boolean expression is any expression that has a Boolean value. For example, the comparisons, right? What we do. If you look at the comparison, 3 lesser than 5 will always give the result is true because 3 is always less than 5. Cool, that was a quite extensive session, isn't it? Let's stop here for the time being on data types. As I said in the beginning of the session, if you don't fully understand all these, do not worry. You will surely learn as we progress and you will become confident on these very soon. Thank you for watching this video. See you soon in the next video. Thank you.